officers acted. So are you holding the same grievances?
You know, I'm happy that Gladys is crying today. But in life, we are told, you harvest what you sow. We moved the police from being a force to a service under the Constitution.
Yes.
And we moved the police from the control of any minister, anybody, even the president. President is the commander-in-chief of the defense forces, not of the police. This is a civilian, you know, body. It is now a service. We put the police under National Police Service Commission. Do you know, I'm very happy to hear the DP crying. Undermining those constitutional provisions started with Jubilee in the last parliament. We essentially, you know, negated or negatived the Constitution and returned them. And you remember at that time, Sophia, even you were being tear-gassed and bludgeoned somewhere at the airport one day. I mean, we still remember it. And you know, they constantly reminded us that we have a lot of tear gas. In fact, we are increasing pepper. You will be bludgeoned. You remember the day Prime Minister Raila Odinga came from abroad?
Yes.
A person returning to his country to go to his house. I've never walked through what we call...
So they're having a taste of their medicine in your view?
Let them taste it a bit.
But to what end for country? To what end for the country?
No. Because by testing it now, we can speak one language. And we can go back to interrogate the problem with the reforms we had proffered under the Constitution. Now, let it be a bit, then we can move in that direction. Because today, the DP is now saying there is a problem. I mean, how can you be a problem when you are chairing those security institutions?
So he's out of power, technically.
He cannot be out of power. The DP is in power. You know, sometimes I like the DP because when he speaks, you see a courageous person. But his actions, most of remaining in a government is complaining about, is the ultimate image of cowardice.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to complain about the police doing those things you encourage them to do, step aside. And you
no, but he does not control the police force.
You can't imagine the support you would get.
Honorable Kaluma, he does not control the police force, neither does the executive. The police is independent, so we can criticize the police force and call them out when they are not following the law. Because we do not control the police force. Unless you're saying that the government does control the police force. It's not supposed to.
Let me tell you.
You know that very well.
It is not supposed to, and you're very right.
Yes, but it does.
But you made several amendments as Jubilee in the last parliament, which took away the independence of the police. If you gave me time to go through them, I will tell you. First, they removed the budgeting authority, power over money, from the Inspector General, just when Kimayo was leaving, and they took it to the PS. So the IG, there is any problem, you have to beg the PS, who has other priorities. So you made Kibicho a person who can dictate to the police what they do. The command of the police, and I want you to look at the third floor vigilance house, the directorates, how they are raided and how they are distributed across the country. And you know, at that time, they wanted to retain power at all costs. It was very, very juicy. You messed it up.
No,
you know what I mean?
But
the powers
Kaluma,
of the police commission,
all right,
in fact, you killed it. Let me tell you what these people did in the last parliament. You decided that the quorum for the police commission will not be there for them to transact business unless the police components are there. So what does Mutiambai and others do? They absent themselves. The police commission, which you should be complaining to, is dead.
No, but I think
muted.
A case,
stop.
A strong case
it's a pill of their medicine. Now that they realize there is a problem, let us come together and make police the service Kenyans decided.
Do you then at least concede that there has been clawing back by the same administration to
Yes, there was clawing back in the last parliament, that
Yes.
I'm aware. Not in the current parliament. But I know in the last parliament there was.